Yeah, pretty
Oh,
much. Ivan.
it's like white again for you.
Oh, awesome.
This is not the day.
It's really not like I don't know what's going on. It's not like anything else using the camera. Like
Damn.
why is this why is
Are,
this happening?
are you sure? Because I normally check myself in like my camera app, like outside of Skype. So, well, then again, that doesn't make sense because I mean, I just saw you a little bit ago.
Yeah, exactly. So oh well.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll just, if you really wanted, you could just like, if you wanted to edit it for YouTube, just slap up a picture of you, just like, or something, like just the whole
Something.
time.
All right, for sure. All right, so all right, yeah, let's just talk about Brotherhood of Steel versus Enclave kind of
Hmm.
thing, and we'll see where we go from there.
Yeah.
All right. Now for the usual countdown, but this time I know you cannot see me, so just
I'll just wing it. I'll hear you. It's fine.
all right, for sure. War. War never changes, but podcasting does, especially when nothing works right. Nathan is laughing, trying to hold it in, knowing that deep in somewhere it will erupt a little, but we don't have time for that. Now, you are listening to a Random Gamer's Corner with a black screen. And okay, now I got that out of my system because I freaking love the Fallout series. Hello, you're listening to a Random Gamers Corner. I'm your host Alejandro Ortiz, and I am joined by my co-host Nathan.
Hi.
And we are not joined by Mason because he is being hero right now for a rescue dog. So we will not be hearing from him for like at least 2 weeks. We wish him the best with what he's doing. It's honestly awesome of him. And hello, folks. Welcome to any new listeners, and welcome to any returning listeners. Hopefully, y'all will be enjoying this episode where we will be having a little debate, and it's more not a debate, but more like a discussion debate. I don't know, discuss bait. That sounds weird, but
Just
between about the Brotherhood of Steel and the Enclave, but like those two factions within the West Side area, which is in Fallout 3. And again, if you haven't played the, I feel I have to put this out there. Like for Fallout 3, there will be spoilers for like the things we could be bringing up. So you don't want to like get spoiled by Fallout 3. Please play the game. Why are you
why are you
depriving
here?
yourself of such an experience? Like that is a piece of history. Well, I think so, but it's a great experience, and yeah, if you don't want to get spoiled and still want to check it out, then go for it before checking out this episode. Without any further ado, Nathan, how have you been? Like how has your week off been since considering we had a week off for the two episodes we released the previous week?
Yeah. It's been okay, all things considered. I've been like just chilling. I've been doing writing. Um, I'm almost done with my second book. That's fun. It'll like I should be done in a couple of days. I would have been done this past weekend, but I had my niece visiting for a little bit. So yeah, but I'm like right there, and then it'll all be good and happy. Um, yeah, I've been good. I've been chilling. I've been playing. As far as games go, um, not a lot to be honest, or like not very much. I think I've been playing Apex. Um, my friends, my best friend and my cousin, they like to play Apex. They got me back into it, and it's weird because I joined it like I started playing it just the right time, and they were like, "Hey, you like Octane? Take Octane." And they were like, "Hey, you like Watson? I think it's Watson. I don't remember, but they gave us someone else for free too." So
Oh shit, nice.
yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. But yeah, and I've been playing Spore like just today. I just started playing Spore again. That game's so stupid but so fun.
Yeah, I haven't played in a long ass time, to be honest with you. So
Mm,
it's funny you mentioned that. Like you got back into it. I'm just like, oh shit, awesome. Like that's good. Glad you've been enjoying it again.
yeah, I also want to get into Wrestling Empire, like you've been talking about. I have it on my wish list on Steam. I'm just waiting for it to go on sale now.
Nice,
Because
man.
I have like $15 preloaded on it, um,
Right.
and it's 19.99. I just don't want to pay actual money, so I'm like, ooh. So I'm waiting for it to go down just a wee bit.
For sure. That's a smart plan, man. I
Oh
feel that.
yeah,
Nice. And since we've talked about your part, I'm pretty sure if you haven't seen all those tweets on Twitter, if you haven't, then we have a Twitter profile. Like you're more than free to follow it. It's not Random Gamers Co. Just take away the RNER from corner. But yeah, we had a Mario Kart tournament. Well, yeah, we were all invited though. Nathan couldn't get the game, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even, like I said, I just found out that I have a Switch. Well, I don't own it, but there's a Switch around me, so it was a bit too late for me. Couldn't plan that better.
Right. And then we had Mason like, well, not being able to get the Switch himself either, so yeah. So it was pretty much up to me to be the only one to get it, and that was like a lot of pressure. And I was like, ah, shit, I haven't played this shit in like over a decade, and I'm not
Hmm.
joking around about that. So yeah, pretty fun to like go into a tournament with multiple veterans of the game while literally only having one day to play. Actually, even less than a day to play it. So yeah, no pressure whatsoever. Turned out better than I expected though, because what just happened? Well, we got into we all had a Discord and we are all waiting for everyone to join in. And my girl was right next to me, so she was like wanting to like cheer me on like for the race, which is pretty cool. And I was just trying to keep expectations in my mind low. Like, yo, I literally only have fucking one day to play this game. There's no way I'm gonna be like getting anywhere near first place, but I'm just hoping like at least for a solid below 10, thankfully. And what is it called? Well, that Discord call turned into like a 40-minute wait time for like everyone to join in. I was like, oh my god. I mean, again, no, it was just pretty cool overall. But when you got like you're able to have like time set aside for other stuff, and then like things go a bit longer than it should. Well, keep hearing complaints from my girl saying like, what's going on? Can you all just race? And I was like, no, no. Then then again, we had dinner afterwards, so like that explains like her wanting to. I mean, just her wondering what's going on. I mean, I don't blame her, but yeah, like everyone's other than everyone actually getting well, what can I say, plans ahead of time. So it was pretty weird to be waiting that long. But fuck, I'm not gonna drag it out any longer than that. So the race, yeah, I was getting my ass handed to me quite a couple of times. I was pretty close to like at least getting top five for some tracks, but obviously not, because it's Mario Kart. You're bound to get unlucky with everyone using their powers all at once. I don't know, powers, specials, whatever the fuck people call them. But in the very last track, I was very happy to get like third spot. Overall, I got eighth place with another dude, but like it put me above him, so I was like, hey, pretty cool. But yeah, third spot. I was like ahead of Kobe and Tyler. I was thinking like, you know what? I'll fucking take it. That's that was the main highlight for me.
That'll show them to talk shit. I mean, who cares if they beat you all the other times? Just one time is all it takes. At least that's my methodology with it. If you can beat someone once, doesn't matter if they beat you 1,000 times. It negates all those previous victories that they had. So
No, yeah, I mean, I still remember the Discord talk when like Kobe's like, all right, got this in the bag, boys, or something like that. Like I don't know, one of the usual phrases.
Mhm.
And then I think like we were all like giving our different opinions or whatever, and I'm just saying like, fuck, I'm screwed. And he's like, Tyler's the only is the smartest one in here, isn't he? And I was just thinking like, it's kind of like funny, like no one responded to that. I was thinking like,
They're like,
like,
that's
we have
funny.
time to entertain that. Like, come on now. And
That's
now
funny.
he could eat that back because, well, look at that. The Switch of the Boys got their ass handed to them by a doctor and her husband. No, seriously. Like, she
A
was
real doctor, a legit doctor?
she has a PhD in something. I forgot what it was. I was
Oh,
handed
I
to.
thought you meant like she's a surgeon. Well, PhD is still cool. That's still cool. Yeah.
I mean, considering she was like kicking everyone's ass, I'm pretty sure there's a PhD in kicking ass as well or
Well, dude,
something.
what if it was a PhD in like video games, like something, Like, I mean, think about it, video game development or something. Imagine. She
Pretty
just
sure
knows all
that's.
the exploits. Like, she worked on Mario Kart. You never know.
You never know, honestly. I mean, shit, they were a battle couple. Like everyone was suffering.
Damn.
Yeah, but oh god, again, it was great to just like see them not win. I mean, I mean, the only reason I'm so comfortable saying that is because like I set low expectations on the on Twitter profile saying like, just remember, I legit only have 1 day of training. I don't even have the game, and because in the end, what? Oh, I didn't get first place or I didn't perform that well. Well, understandable. I don't have the fucking game in the first place. Oh, I got ahead of some people. Well, it's pretty bad on you because that's a day one person getting ahead of you who played the game a lot longer. So it's a win-win for me. Okay, moving on from the Mario Kart talk because I'm some people thinking like I don't care. I want to hear some Fallout 3 again. It's okay. I understand, but yeah, it just felt good to like join in on for just like an in-person I mean, not in person, but like mobile people competition in a very long time.
Yeah.
So for the Enclave, we know that they are this group that wants to bring back the pre-war America, like before all the nukes drop and everything went terrible and shit. Like they hate the ghouls, they hate super mutants, they pretty much hate all that radiated shit. They want to bring back the better America, the one that you can look forward to tomorrow and stuff like that. White picket fence bullshit, bullshit like that. Then we had the Brotherhood of Steel, but like the one with the lines, not like the line like Lion, but like the last name of somebody Lyon,
Hmm.
and he wants to like be helping out the capital wasteland while somewhat dealing with technology, but honestly, his focus is more like trying to take down the Enclave while also trying to help out uh, the Capital Wasteland. But in this, for these two chapters, Enclave is having a lot more advantages. They got the superior weaponry. They have a lot more people. Like, and I'm pretty sure people are well trained because, and if they're not well trained, well, they're scary as shit either way. And then you have what's it called?
The Brotherhood of Steel.
Yeah, the Brotherhood of Steel. Wait, no. The Enclave also has like different experiments where like they can have death claws at their radio control disposal. So that's scary as fuck.
Mhm.
And then you have good old Brotherhood of Steel, but they're at disadvantage because after Alliance changed their main goal in at least that area of in the Capital Wasteland, some of the members left and became the Brotherhood outcasts who wants to just preserve the original goal of the Brotherhood of Steel. While some members left, then you got the fact that they're trying to recruit new people, just like random wastelanders they're picking up off the street to help them, build an army, which they're still recovering from. And another thing is they are really they're really trying to make things work with trying to help save people in the Capital Wasteland, like taking out super mutants and such, like trying to find the source of the problem. But they're getting their asses handed to them because their weaponry is not as refined and their armor is not as refined as well. So now I must ask you, Nathan, like, was there anything that you wanted to ask or wanted to mention that I may have missed?
Well, didn't didn't the Enclave like make super mutants, or like, or do I have that wrong? Wasn't it like because someone developed the FEV virus, and
Yeah,
then that's what caused everything. That's what caused super mutants, right?
yeah. Well, in the Fallout timeline, our government made the FEV virus thing. Ironically enough, and now like they're saying like, oh, we should like eradicate the thing that we've created, but like we're not gonna say that we created this thing. So a bit ironic there. Like they want us to trust them, yet they're already hiding a dark secret.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I kind of forgot about that until you started like talking about them and stuff. But I mean, and let's just throw this out there as well. Elder Lion's branch of the Brotherhood is not representative of the entire Brotherhood of Steel, and there's multiple chapters and stuff, and people go like rogue all the time. But Elder Lion is really fucking cool. He's the guy that you could look at and be like, okay, like he gives them a really good name. You know what I mean? He's the only reason that they're like beloved in the Fallout 3 Capital Wasteland. You know?
Right. That's true. And honestly, if there's one thing that Brotherhood still has going on better than the Enclave is the pretty much better leadership. Like if Alliance, he's leader by heart, that's for sure. Like people do look up to him. Like they at least you know that you could trust him.
Mhm.
But then when you got the Enclave, you got two types of leaders, but like one's a fucking robot,
Hmm.
and the other one is Colonel Autumn, I believe I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then the other one is the robot that I'm talking about is President Eden. Ironically enough, he's talking about like, oh, we gotta bring back America and stuff like that, and he's British, so take that as you will. But for for a robot to be telling people like, hey, the people need to believe that we can create a better America, stuff like this and such. Yeah, then you see examples like Vault 13 and other vaults where whenever the Enclave pays a visit to them, they get eradicated, killed off. Like it's like a weird six sort of genocide for people who grew up in the vaults. And like, how can you trust something like that? And, and it's hard to say like whether it's only just because of President Eden or it's just like different um parts of the Enclave that just get either corrupted or it's just always been like that. But there just happened to be a couple of good eggs that came out of the whole group. Like Colonel Autumn realized that something is off about President Eden. Like he would act. I believe there has been an instance where he defied President Eden, and after President Eden discovered that, I think he figured out a way to like screw over Colonel Autumn. I'm not sure how. I forgot about that part, but he knows that he knows, and like that's why when you like tell President Eden like, "Yo, dog, kill yourself or self-destruct
He's
yourself."
like, I. That's pretty much all it is. A little speech
Which
check-in.
one?
He's like, I'll do it.
I bet. And then like that's why like when you're escaping, you see like different sides of the Enclave like attacking each other. Like the men who believe in Colonel Autumn and the men who still believe in President Eden. So yeah, leadership not that bueno when people have been noticing something's off and um to understand the Enclave, like not everything's like black and white as the morality is shown in uh Fallout. I mean, I can see where they could be good guys if they were like realize, hey, we can't, bring back the whole 100% America back because
Hmm.
look at it beforehand, that shit was like going really bad for everybody.
Look at how it is now. Um, I'm kidding, but I'm not
I
kidding.
mean, no,
You
I
know.
mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Prices going
If they
crazy.
had better leadership, I think the Enclave could have like some real serious potential to be like a good moving force in the Capital Wasteland, because it's like the Brotherhood, because we're exclusively discussing the Fallout 3 chapter
Yeah.
of the Brotherhood. So like Not counting, I mean, the outcasts are there, but I mean, they're kind of like, no one cares about them, honestly. Their power armor does look cooler, though, I think, but I digress. Elder Alliance is really like for the people and stuff, and the Enclave kind of is. They're for humanity, you know what I mean, in particular. Which honestly, in the Fallout series, I'm kind of all for. I agree with their goal, not their execution, if that makes sense. So like, because
Right.
I came to find out, like, I don't remember how, and I never found this like thing again, but like there was some person or something, like some ghoul I was talking to, right? And
Yeah.
they told me, this 19-year-old fresh out of Vault 101 that, hey, like, we're all gonna go feral someday. It's just what happens. And I'm like, seems like you might want to kill all the ghouls. I mean, not to be that guy, but kind of think it might be in everyone's better interest.
Right.
And then, like, obviously, the super mutants, you don't want anything to do with them either. But I mean, what can you do? You know, I don't know. I think it's weird because like the FEV, um, like the I think it was like the FEV4 or like whatever, because they had different like strains of it that they tried to like recreate to try to like counter the first FEV that made the super mutants. I think that's a good idea, but doesn't it have like some adverse effect on people? Like to some extent, I think it does. I might be
The,
wrong about that, but I
the
think it
FEV.
does. Huh?
The FEV.
Yeah, because I think um, Eden tells you, hey, use this, and then make everyone like kill all the mutants, kill all the ghouls, but I think it has some sort of negative effect on people as well, or certain groups of people. I'm not 100% sure, because
Yeah.
that has to be, because otherwise, why would you not do it? You know what I mean?
Right. And that's the interesting part I want to get into is that President Eden does tell you like, oh my God, and like once you think about it, I just think like fuck, like some of these factions are just like messed up for like following who they follow. But okay, President Eden, he offers you to like, hey, you want to make America better, then go put the FEV up in this water bitch. So enter the reactor, make the water pure again, like but had the side effect of like killing off any mutants. The
Mm.
thing is, and okay, so the groups that it will target are the ghouls, super mutants, all the mutated shit, like the insects and all the animals whatsoever, all the scary shit. But then it also targets people with mutations.
That's what it is. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, I watched this video from a somewhat controversial Fallout YouTuber, but like I'm not gonna get into his content because well, first off, like I just looked up his stuff because like at least he gave good info, but I don't want to get into it. But
Sure.
anyways, so he pretty much said, shit, how did I say this? Hold on, folks. Okay, so President yes, it targets all these things, right? All these groups, and he's also trying to like say, oh, well, you help us out, blah blah blah. Like you're doing America a great honor and such like that. But what he doesn't try to tell you is, but then he also tries to sell you a lie, saying, "Oh, you were born inside the vaults, so you should be completely fine." Like trying to like make you feel reassured that oh, it won't kill you.
Mm.
But if you were to like think back on like how you were born outside of the vault because your father and mother, like still dealing with shit Project Purity, I believe, or something like that, then no, you'd be screwed because you were born in the capital wasteland, so you would have some kind of mutation going on with you.
Yeah, and also like think about just random harmless mutations, right? Like imagine imagine you're like a perfect human in all sense of the in all sense of the word or whatever, but you're anemic, so you're not quite perfect, but like other than that, there's nothing really wrong with you. You're just iron deficient. You're anemic. You drink this water and it fucking kills you. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's kind of sus. I don't like
Where
it.
and oh my god, and again, another interesting thing is that he thinks like eradicating all these things would help America progress forward. Like they think he believes that America's being, I mean, the old America is no. the Capital Wasteland's progress in America and overall progress of bringing back civilization and such is being hindered because of these groups. But the thing is, there, sure, there are ghouls that are just like, they're gonna go feral one day. But then you also gotta think about like how there are still ghouls that are still trying to do the best they can and helping people out. And who knows? We probably haven't seen this side of Fallout yet, but maybe there's ghouls where they realize like, oh shit, I'm going feral.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I gotta ask someone like, hey, like,
Can you old yeller me?
honestly, I hope maybe they could do a story like this in Fallout 5. Oh my god, please bring Fallout 5 announcement. But if they were to like have, oh, okay, yeah, if they were to have ask you the main character like someone they trust, or just maybe they have like a little side story like Ghoul asking a person they trust very much, like saying like, hey, I'm going feral. I feel it within me. I'm starting to feel these episodes. Like, I need to do me this one favor, and I know it's probably gonna bother the hell out of you, but like, can you?
Would you kindly?
Yeah,
Your golf
let's do
club and
that situation.
everything. Yeah.
Would you kindly blow my head off or some shit like that? But like maybe like end my life or like relieve me of my pain, something like that. Because I'm pretty
Yep.
sure it brings them pain to know that things are gonna they could possibly hurt people and can do
Yeah.
nothing about it.
Hmm.
So by doing so we haven't seen that side of Fallout, and I like to be the optimist to see the best that maybe some ghouls are trying to see that kind of thing happen where they rather have someone like end them before they go completely feral. And plus, let's not forget that there are ghoul scientists that are trying to like counteract the whole gene within them that is making them turn into ghouls after having so much radiation.
Hmm.
And now for the super agent's case, we may not have seen it in Fallout 3 as much, but let's not forget there's Fox, who's very intelligent, and he realized, like, you know what, no, I don't need to do this whole weird cannibalistic shit or making other people take the FEV virus. Like, no, I just want to be a very badass laser minigun shooting Superman that's just gonna help out people while being a very badass scientist. I'm not sure if he's a scientist, but he's very intelligent, that's for sure. And then you got like other super mutants that would also probably be going down the same path as him, or super mutants that just want to like shell out, like the Nightkin super mutants, and fall into Vegas. So who's to say that there aren't super mutants that just want to like live out a more peaceful life? Like hell, even offering protection to other people just so they could live in a town where they could at least be seen as a member of them. Like ah
Jacobstown is it called?
Jacobstown, but there's this one specific mutant that watches over this one town. Fuck, but he has tongue cut out, so he's like called badass motherfucker or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking like, oh my god, I feel so bad for him. Like he cannot talk, but I already found him endearing
Hmm.
as a character. So again, super mutants like that could still like try to be a force for good if they want to, see other options than being just evil. Insects, I don't freaking know. I mean, oh my god, those centaurs are fucking horrifying. If you have not seen centaurs and Fallout 3, you're gonna be really shocked by how disgusting the Fallout series can be. If you haven't really gotten into it yet.
Yeah, geez. Okay, I'm gonna be a weeb for just a second. There's this anime. It's called I was gonna say Spirited Away. I don't know why I always say Spirited Away when I'm mentioning this anime. It's not Spirited Away. That's a movie. But
Right.
there's this anime. It's called Made in Abyss, and
Oh,
basically,
right.
you know that, Alex?
I think I know. It does the main character wear glasses?
Does it make the main character wear glasses? I think so. And she's this little dumb blonde bitch,
Oh
right?
wait. No,
Maybe
I don't think
not.
so.
Maybe not. I mean, she does wear glasses. I think so. I think you're right about that. But okay. Basically, the premise of this story is like, imagine there's an abyss. Imagine like your whole civilization. There's this island, right? and this island is like a donut. It's got this big ass hole in the middle. It's called
Right.
the abyss. And the further down in the abyss you go, like the kind of like the crazier shit gets, and like at a certain point you can't even return to the surface. You get like some sickness within you, because that's just how the abyss do. It's like some supernatural shit or whatever. But like there's this part where down in the abyss they made like this abomination kind of creature, okay, because they had they were like these group of scientists who took all these kids, and they had the idea, they were like orphans, they had the idea of making them immune to the shit, to the effects of the thing. That way they could just go up and down or whatever, I think, if I'm remembering the story right. But for some reason they did this, right? And
Right.
but basically it was sickening, because they had to go and they had to like fuse two people, kind of. It's kind of complicated, but they had to like fuse two people together, right? And normally what would happen is you would make these abominations, like these amalgamations of flesh, and they were just like horrifying creatures. That's what the centaurs remind me of. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Like, if you want, dude, like, I don't know. I just watched. I'm getting like bad memories about it. It was vile. Like the animation for it, I was like, oh my god. Like this. I mean, it's kind of a dark show anyway, but this just got like so dark. I don't want this anymore. Like
Right.
that's what they
Is
remind me of.
is Made in Abyss?
Made in Abyss. Yes.
Dude, the animation looks very misleading. What the
No,
fuck?
it looks all sweet and like whatever, and it kind of is the first episode. Then the second and third and every no,
Jesus
not.
Christ, reminds me of that fucking time I heard about fucking Full Metal Alchemist, and I saw that one episode. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And there's just only they say like, oh, this is the darkest it will get. I was like, what? I'm like, why?
Yeah.
But
Uh, I don't
Jesus.
know. Yeah, it's weird when shows do that, when they like, or like Happy Tree Friends. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah,
first time you ever get exposed to that, I don't know. You have to work up a tolerance to it, because you see these cute shits getting stabbed in the eye and whatever, and you're just, you know what I mean? Like you're really like grossed out and shit. But then you're okay eventually. I wonder if Happy Tree Friends. I need to see, because honestly, I've kind of been dying to watch it. Let me look and see. I use this site to watch movies and shows. I want to see if it's there.
yeah.
Ah, it's not there. Okay. I mean, they have a lot of them on YouTube. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, those and I think it's weird, because those are people too. The centaurs.
Yeah, it's fucking sad. It's just like,
Do they have any
yeah.
explanation for this? Because I don't understand how some humans can turn into okay, humans turning into super
Oh,
mutants. I get that's a virus. That makes
yeah.
complete sense. And then humans turning into ghouls, that's genetic. I get it. There's some sort of gene in them that allows them, because other people will just die. You know.
Right.
I think it'd be cool to turn into a ghoul, but anyway. But then, how do some humans turn to what the fuck are they called again? I can't remember.
Centaurs?
Centaurs, yeah. How do they turn into centaurs? Like, is that also the FEV? Is that a genetic thing? Like, what happens? Do they just?
Okay. I'm looking at it right now, and it says centaurs are mutant hybrid creatures. Ugh. Created from experimentation with the FAV, named for their malformed legs. So that's pretty fucked. Ugh, that's disgusting.
Okay, so they're like hybrids. So like hybrids of what
Dog,
though? I wonder.
dogs, cats, humans. Like the
All of
crazy
those things. That's why they have the three tongues.
yeah, people. If you're like listening to this and get squeamish, like I'm sorry, but this is like a little squeamish spoiler ahead right now, or warning. But okay, the creation process involved tossing a varied mix of different animals, including humans, dogs, and cats. So there could be more into
Mm-hmm.
a into a vats of forced evolutionary virus to be infected by the virus. The creature that emerged was the centaur, caused by rapid FAV mutation. Although species in different locations are varied, they are all humanoid in appearance. Despite this, consuming this is not uncommon practice, such as at Mom's Diner or the Den. Oh my god, that's an option. In other regions, centaurs were created by infection with the FEV along super mutants and vaults. They often accompanied the super mutants, serving as watchdogs and alerting their masters to danger.
That's so
So there,
sad. I actually feel terrible now. Like I really feel bad.
it is like honestly, it.
I wish I didn't ask this question. It had to be asked though. It's never explained.
Yeah, I
Because like
mean it's Fallout.
it
It's
just tells you in the tips, like, oh yeah, centaurs are super mutants pets, but that's about it. Like shit, I feel ugly now
yeah. I
inside. I
feel
don't know.
that's why I'm just thinking like it's hard to want to trust the Enclave when they there's just so
Yeah,
many experiments with this kind of shit. Like, fuck, pre-war America was fucking terrifying. Like maybe the war did a world a favor to be for everybody. I mean,
but
I'm
to
not, again, it's kind of fucked for like all the innocents, but still, who knows?
but to
Just
be honest, I mean, it's like the Enclave created super mutants, but I don't think it was necessarily like on purpose or anything. Um, but it's the super mutants who kept like wanting to create more of them, right? It was that
yeah,
motherfucker, and it was like the
the master.
Master, yeah,
Yeah, the master.
right. That's and I think you meet him in either Fallout 1 or Fallout 2, one of
Mhm.
them. I don't know, but um, as far as I'm aware, that's what you like. Yeah, he kept like telling all his super mutants, "Oh, let's go get more," and he's like the big source of them. Because if I don't know, because like imagine you fucked up as a scientist like that, like you're trying to just cure humanity of its problems or whatever, and then suddenly, I don't know. Let's just say, because I'm not a scientist, I don't know how that stuff works, but let's say you took one little like gene or something, one little amino acid, and you just mixed them up, like oops, and then suddenly you did that, you made a super mutant, and you're like, oh, no big deal. Like sucks about this one guy, but I can fix it. And then that guy grabs you by the throat and then like pours you in. You know what I mean? It's like, oh shit.
Right. Well,
Like,
that's an interesting thing. The Enclave was doing it on purpose, just like
mm.
how they made the Death Claws on purpose as well. They were trying
Wait,
to,
they made Death Claws?
yeah.
What the fuck? I thought Death Claws were just like mutated. I thought they were just like some mutated as fuck
Now,
lizard.
here's the scarier shit. Those death claws existed before the nukes dropped. The pre-war America fucking made those things before the
Oh, okay. So it was like that was like just an ongoing experiment or something that happened before.
yep, and so that's how the Enclave was able to be having mind control devices on the death claw. So
We
though
should make death claws. We should send them places. Like if we go to war, because think about it. Like as opposed to human life, send a giant ass lizard that you're just emptying like your ammo into, and it's like it's not fucking dying. You know what I mean? Like that'd be
those things are
fucking
terrifying as shit.
vicious. And then you
Uh,
have like you go to war with some country, but then they're just overrun with death claws. Then what do you do? That's a problem.
I might as well leave that place alone. Fuck it.
Yeah. Just okay. You know that place we went to war with last time. Well, let's just erase it off of the globe and just or mark it off as like do not visit zone.
Yeah, like seriously, guys, do not go there. Like if you're going there, you're literally making a death wish for yourself.
Yeah, only adrenaline junkies go there, people who really want to feel some sort of thrill.
It's
Like
gonna
if
be a
you don't
waste.
feel anything anymore, like heroin addicts can go there to recover from heroin because they have the death claws. They're like, yeah, just a rush. I don't know.
Jesus, imagine. That'd be
Yeah,
sad. Um, but
that's
yeah,
wild. I didn't know that. I thought that they were just I thought they were just like a case of Godzilla. You know what I mean? I really did.
no, man, that's the scary shit about Fallout again. How the dark governments are that fucking pre-war America made those death claws, and then later on they made the FEV virus with the super mutants. So
Yeah.
Enclave created a lot of shit, and it makes you wonder like why would I want to it. And that's and again, it creates that whole question like why would I want to go back to pre-war America when these guys were like in control, like well, were more of the bosses around this place. So, and you got the Brotherhood of Steel where they just want to preserve technology because they're a bunch of nerds like that. But like they're nerds with like a big fetish for guns. But again, for Lions, um Elder Lion kind of like changed his course. Like he was like, hey, you know what? No, I want to help with the capital wasteland. I want to like find the source of the super mutants and kick their ass, but I don't want to like be killing off everybody else. And that's
Yeah.
why I made that point where they think that why the Enclave would think all of these mutated groups, whatever. And again, mutated humans, there are going to be human beings that are holding the type of people that are really holding back America like from making progress are like talent company and slavers and other types of people. It's not because of the mutated gene. That I mean, people could be helping out people, saving people from slave camps, stuff like that, despite having a mutated gene. Like they're and yet he believes that those are the groups that are holding back America. And you would think like for a robot that's supposed to be like so perfect as he boasts like a human being. Because I took these screenshots and he was saying because you could actually ask President Eden, and how do you know you're infallible? And then President Eden would respond back because I have been programmed to be, of course.
Hmm.
So he's pretty much being narcissistic or being prideful like a human being, and he may that's showing error. And like this being, this entity that's supposedly very smart, that sees so many options, logistics and such, but can't see that taking out all these groups aren't really gonna help back. I mean, help out the Enclave in the end that much, or the Capital Wasteland to be in the healthy side. So yeah, it's funny that people would still want to be like supporting that branch of Enclave. Where I'm just thinking, I mean, if Colonel Autumn were like was trying to be more of like just trying to help people out, trying to take down any bad raider camps and stuff,
Yeah.
I completely understand. But like when you got President Eden like giving taking out the shots, and like he just sees people as like, oh, we just need to sacrifice this whole group right here for like a
Yeah.
better America. And then in the end, like mutations will mutate, and who knows, maybe they'll get used to the FEV. That's how evolution works. That's how viruses work.
Yeah. As
So
far as I understand it, like all people are mutated like all the time because we're all different. There's no model to go after. You know what I mean? Like
right,
species and I don't know, I think humans are one of the most diverse like species if you really think about it. Like everything else seems to kind of have a benchmark, like a normal, a standard, whereas human
mhm.
beings not really. Like as far as genetics go, all of us are very different, you know.
Yeah,
So
man,
I mean,
exactly.
it's what if it just fucks with everyone at some point? You know what I mean? Like this FEV in the water, and then it just kills everybody. I mean, you never know, but like maybe you're okay, and like your kids are okay, provide you have kids and stuff. Your kids would be okay, but then like maybe in 4 5 6 generations something happens and then they're not okay. I don't know, just something to think
Exactly.
about, I suppose.
Yeah, that's why that kind of planning it is with flaw, and there could be a lot of flaws with it. And personally for me, that's why if there was an option to side with Enclave, I would not side with them, because that in the end that thing will obviously be killing us, and obviously I don't want that to happen. But also be killing people that just want to help the Capital Wasteland be better. Now, and again, Brotherhood still like it's simple. He just wants to help. Uh, sure, preserve technology, but again, just wants to help people out overall, and that's like the most humane thing to do. And I could admire a lot about that. But yeah, other than with that whole ideology and like their philosophies and such, like I don't think there's any more further I can go on.
Yeah, I just think that the Brotherhood of Steel in general is kind of shit. Like Elder Lions in Fallout 3 is different because again, like we've established, he's taken a liking to the Capital Wasteland. He's like, these people need help. I want to help them, so he does. Like the people that follow him, They help out the capital wasteland as best they can. I mean, they kind of seem like cynical about it, though. You know what I mean?
Oh
Um,
yeah.
it seems like, oh, it's our mess, and they have to like they seem like they're helping out begrudgingly. You know what I mean? Like they always
Right.
talk shit on you whenever you're there by them. They're like, get out of here, local, or like whatever they call you, local. It's like bitch, but whatever. Um, I don't know. I feel like it's apart from Elder Lions though. They're all just like, hey, you guys got some cool gadgets, and they're like, yeah, okay, we're interested in you. And then if you don't, then they just keep on walking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know, you learn about like in New Vegas how they're kind of dying out because they don't take new members and stuff. You can only be born into it and blah blah blah. Like it's I don't know, it's a complicated thing. Like I feel like both of them are flawed. Seems like the Enclave, like they caused a lot of catastrophes and shit. But the Brotherhood, I honestly don't think that they're a good option either. As terrible as this is to say, like I think that the Minutemen are probably, you know, they have their goals more in line. I mean, because the Minutemen are basically like Elder Lions. You know what I mean? Like Elder
Yeah.
Lions wants to help people, the Minutemen want to help people. You know. Again though, the Minutemen would need better leadership too because fuck Preston Garvey. I hate that guy. I never
Okay.
really realized it on my first playthrough just how annoying. Because I thought like, oh, there's like a finite amount of quests, that you go and save all these settlements, and then eventually it'll be like, it's all okay, but no, it's not. It never ends. So
And I was like, oh, got another settlement for you to check out. I'm like, oh my god, I
yeah,
have
and I
enough
could
of
I
this.
I could never get the population up beyond like 20, so I stopped caring. I was like,
Mhm.
I want to have like a super omega city, but whatever. It is what it
It's
is.
hard. It's hard to do that.
Yeah, whatever though. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you get to a certain point, it's like, oh, raiders are coming on. They're gonna die because the turrets. Fuck it, I don't care. You just go about your day.
Hmm.
I don't know, but fuck that game. I hated it. But whatever. Yeah, getting back to Fallout 3 though, like I don't know, man, because you think about it and like realistically, I don't know how long Elder Lions can really help out the. Well, then again, like you said, he's recruiting people and stuff. They actually do take on new members and stuff. So, as opposed to the rest of the Brotherhood. So Elder Lions could stay. He could have a presence in, you know, DC for a little while, and then he could expand if he really wanted to.
Oh yeah, for sure. And someone brought up an interesting theory on how the Brotherhood still could like still win even without the protagonist ever
Mm-hmm.
existing. And I'll read it right now. I would argue the Brotherhood still win, just the timetables would be delayed. Instead of the lone wanderer, you would just have Arthur Maxon fill his role. I am not saying this because I stand Arthur or anything, but the background story for him made it clear that he was a player protagonist level person, like Ulysses in a sense. His feats are pretty insane for a kid. He takes down a Deathclaw at 13 and ends a super mutant uprising a couple years later. I believe he with the ability to do exactly what the Lone Wanderer did for the Brotherhood of Steel, in addition to bringing the Outcast back into the fold because of his heritage. It wouldn't be a one-to-one duplicate of the events of Fallout 3, like I am unsure if they could have restored the water purifier. However, I think they would be able to recruit Lee, Professor Lee, to work on Prime and use that to fight the Enclave. They would probably have to defeat the Enclave before activating the purifier instead of what played out in 3. And no, when they said that, I was thinking, you know what? Fuck yeah. Arthur Maxon, like considering he's flying around that big ass blimp of his or battleship. That's a big ass battleship. Now that I think back to it, that was a pretty cool reveal moment.
Yeah,
But yeah, honestly, like that's the caliber right there. If he were to go there as a Capital Wasteland, I'm pretty sure he would kick ass and like
just drop
help.
bombs on them. Honestly.
Oh yeah, like if they were to like, just see that like a random cave where there's like big iron doors, it's like, hey, what the fuck is that right there? And there's just seeing like some enclave soldiers like decked out in their Tesla armor, and they just like looking up and like, hey, what the hell is that up there? And they start
Yeah.
shooting, and you're just like, oh shit, okay, that's that. That's the Enclave right there. We better start raining hell on them, and they do so, and that's how things play out. And considering Arthur Maxon fucking took down a fucking Deathclaw at age 13, I'm pretty sure he could take down this chapter of the Enclave.
Well,
And
to be honest, they seem kind of weak not to be like I know they have superior
the Enclave,
technology. Yeah, well, because you know how it's like out of nowhere, just as soon as the Brotherhood came in and decided, like, yeah, I think we need to fight them, but then they just started like mollywopping them, dude. They just like fucking. I was gonna say beat them off, but that's not the term that I want to use for that, you know. But they beat them back like it was no problem. It seemed like they just didn't want to, like they just didn't want to use the resources or the time or something. But they did it very easily because there was never like a mission in Fallout 3 where you like struggled to beat the Enclave. It's just like, oh, let's go retake the Purifier with Liberty Prime, and then you just basically walk there, traipsing along because that's more how it is, you know. And
yeah,
the fucking the Enclave's just dying right in front of you, and they have all these vertibirds and shit. But I mean, they don't make good use of them. I don't think they train their people or something. Like it seemed really easy because I know for a fact the Enclave has more like people and resources than Elder Lions. Elder Lions isn't like the whole Brotherhood. He's just one. He's one little misfit chapter. You know what I mean? So like,
right.
if they could mollywop the Enclave, then what the fuck? You know? I think the Enclave are kind of pushover. I've never thought of it before, but now I'm kind of thinking it. Yeah, it was really easy. It seemed like the Brotherhood has more trouble with super mutants than the Enclave. Like, it seems to me that the Enclave has mastered the capital wasteland. Like, they don't have a lot of problems as far as like ghouls go or death claws. They mind control the death claws and shit, you know. But like, they haven't figured out how to fight people yet. And then the Brotherhood's like the opposite. Like, they're like, oh my god, how do I kill ghouls and super mutants and shit? But then it's like a warm humanoid body. They're like, okay, I got this. This is easy, you know.
Right.
Just strange is all. It seems like, again, after thinking about it, they seem kind of weak. They seem like pushovers. I don't know.
But when you put it like that, yeah, it's true. Super mutants are, again, they are something else. Those are not like normal human beings that could be easily predictable. Because first off, like they could get weapons from anywhere. Like if they want to raid people, they could do it, and they don't
Uh-huh.
have to worry about they don't have to worry about like, oh no, what if our bullets run out? Like they could shard at people and just start beating the shit out of them.
Yep.
So that's something they got going for them. And again, plus I'm not sure about the level of training that you know the normal Enclave soldiers have. But just like looking at the stuff, looking at the difference in gear from like looking at like, oh, their items and stuff, that I can see like in a fight. Pretty sure like Brotherhood still will still have some trouble with the Enclave, but
In
they can still
theory,
produce.
because I mean, yeah, the Enclave they have shit. You know what I mean? They
Yeah,
have like
Tesla
you
shit.
check. Yeah, the Tesla armor. They have the fucking like they all have plasma grenades on them like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Plasma rifles, which aren't as common in the Brotherhood. I mean, you see them occasionally, I think, but they use laser, which is like
The
way
weaker.
weaker. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
yeah. I was just like looking further, and then like after you know get the DLC for, I mean the Broken Steel DLC,
Broken steel.
they have
Yeah,
the Hellfire armor. I'm just thinking like, shit, that sounds badass as hell. But like that sounds like
it
something that,
does sound badass. They have like legit flamethrower units.
yeah, like that's something that they could really go ham with.
Mm-hmm.
Because then like here's the miscellaneous stats like without helmets their damage reduction is like 12 to 15%.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. Damage reduction goes up to from 15% to 19% with helmets.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there like shows like, oh shit, like this is pretty crazy. But then you got damage reduction for the armor. The armor for the Tesla armor will be 22% to 26%, and for Hellfire is 28 to 31%. I'm just thinking, fuck, that's a lot of trouble for just a Brotherhood of Steel to deal with. But then Brotherhood of Steel, they should still at least have what's it called? Okay, the Paladins at least, because that's the only level I was like looking for, like at least somewhat on their level of
Yeah.
higher ups. You got laser rifles, Chinese assault rifle, the laser pistol, of course, the minigun, the missile launcher, and this is SMG. I mean, 10 millimeter SMG, the Gatling laser, and the Tesla cannon. So I think this one like when they're more tough and such.
Yeah. I'm
So
just thank goodness neither of them discover alien technology, like,
oh
the
shit,
mothership. Because if
yeah,
they did, bro, I think that would turn the tide to be complete. Because the alien weapons in that game are so OP.
they really are. Even in Fallout 4, like that, it was pretty OP as well. I was thinking, holy shit, this is a different situation right here.
Yeah.
And what's it called? Yeah. If in a straight up fight, yeah, if the Brotherhood of Steel will be very screwed, especially with just laser weapons. Like it's surprising that they haven't got raided by
The
uh
Enclave.
the Enclave at least once, but no, they just got lucky, I guess.
I guess I
But
can understand the Citadel. The Citadel is pretty well defended and it's pretty big because you can't even like get in the door really unless they want you to. I guess you could like blow it open and stuff, but it would take a lot of manpower because the Citadel you have the turrets and the
the
people up
sentries,
top as well. Yeah.
yeah,
So
and let's not forget that they really could have used a missile launcher or whatever the fuck they used to take down Liberty Prime, which was the Brotherhood of Steel's ace in the hole. Like
mm,
if the Liberty Prime robot could get taken down by like an what was it? Like a nuclear strike? Not a nuclear strike. It was something.
I thought it was just like the EMPs and shit. Like
I think so, something like that. And if they could have like already used that to take down Liberty Prime, then shit, the Brotherhood still was like in a shitload of trouble without the player. But
yeah,
with Arthur Axon, I think I said he really could have made a difference. Like if we're just trying to think of like, oh, what could have happened later on?
yeah,
If
yeah,
like Enclave, they have a really good chance of winning. So if they didn't decide like, oh, okay, let's go full on offense on their ass, they could have won. But if
mm.
they things kind of like waited out a bit longer, then I'm pretty sure Brotherhood still will have a very good chance of winning when Arthur Maxon decides to pay a visit
I mean,
to.
if you know what I mean, because I
Yeah,
mean,
it's a big if. It's a
yeah,
big.
because you gotta think he's not part. He's part of the normal Brotherhood. I
Hmm.
mean, you gotta think like people might care about people's like at least a little bit, but the Brotherhood they're kind of like, oh fuck you, you're not useful to me. So I mean, the rest of the Brotherhood might not even care that the Enclave is in DC, because DC might not have a lot to offer them. You know what I mean?
True, but let's not forget that they did like ask you to make settlements in the and fuck, what was it? Boston? Yeah, in the Boston.
Hmm.
So I was thinking like they could probably see a lot of potential on the capital wasteland as well.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
and they're saying like, oh shit, they're fucking around with our not our breeding ground, but like our potential crops and such. Like we better take these assholes down and realize like, oh shit, our philosophies are pretty different. Like oh, we gotta throw hands.
Yeah, yeah.
But um yeah, so that's why I'm thinking like that's again a big if Arthur Maxon was to uh join that chapter of the Brotherhood Steel, like he could
Mhm.
really make a huge difference in defeating the Enclave.
Oh yeah, because it wouldn't even just be okay. Because he's like to me he seems like what Lanius is to Caesar. You know what I mean? Just like a real
Yeah.
badass, like a real asset to the team. Him alone, but you got to think about all his people that follow him as well. You know,
Right,
like he
definitely.
would he wouldn't just bring himself and his warship. He would have brought everyone else under his command as well. Which those
Oh,
numbers would have been
it's
it would have been really would have been really good.
right. And I
Damn,
guess
dude, I'm not gonna lie. Um, this makes me think. Like, I would play a Fallout like turn-based, like assemble your own army with like characters from it. You know what I mean? I would play a game like that. That
me
sounds fun as
too.
fuck.
like expand way more from the Fallout Shelter idea, and like you could do a lot more with that kind of game.
Yeah.
Just like my Star Wars video game idea from a long time ago.
Yeah, why do people not make video games like us? I hate companies. We should start our own video game studio, Alex. We should do it. All we'd have to do is collab with I guess Xbox now. Be like, hey guys, can we use the Fallout shit? We really like Fallout. We could make a good game. We'll give you money. I just want to make the game. You know, be fun.
Right? But, like, shit. I don't know. Like I know my brain can never go like fucking creatively bankrupt unless you gave me an assignment. Like you gave me creative freedom. Shit. I mean.
Yeah, I don't know why, but if you tell me to do something, I'm kind of like, no. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's really weird. But like, I honestly feel like some limitations could actually be good. They kind of make you think outside the box, you know?
Right, definitely.
But I don't know. Fuck. I'm sorry for interrupting you though. You were gonna say something, but I had that idea and I thought I needed to share it.
No, you're good. Honestly, I don't think there's any more I could say, but again, if it was like a straight up fight where like everyone was just trying to like a fucking what the fuck is it called? Annihilate the other faction before they can make any more moves, I'm pretty sure it would be Enclave that would win. But if it was like a waiting game where let's see what could happen, like who could pull out their ace in the hole like multiple times, I'm pretty sure it would Brotherhood Steel. Like after the fall of Liberty Prime, then Arthur Maxon could hopefully come in for the win to like help their asses out and also help Lion. And who knows, maybe Lion could help Axon see his point of view on things and try to humble him a bit, like with his wisdom about stuff. And again, like if one of them was trying to like, it would be a battle to win the support of the capital wasteland. Pretty sure like some people could just look past the propaganda of, pre-war America for the Enclave. Because again, yeah, they could say like, oh, it's terrible, but like, oh, back in my day when like this and that, stuff like that, like people do not care about that kind of stuff as much as they would. Yeah. Because they're now dealing with the reality that, oh shit, any day I could die because a Ransom mutant could come up and take me away and turn me into one of them. That's true. So, yeah, I think it's really good for Brotherhood Steel to. I think it would be pretty good for. I think it would be pretty good for the Brotherhood Steel to like win out overall, especially for the support of the people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, other than that, I got nothing else to say. Like, you got any like last final notes yourself? Not really. I mean, I feel like I've said just about everything I could think about on this given subject matter. Yeah. For sure, man. And yeah, Brotherhood Steel all the way. Unless it's a different chapter, then I don't want it. Lions, brother, like the Lions branch. You know what I mean? Yeah. Lions Pride, whatever they're called. Yeah, and honestly, props to fucking Sarah Lyons for like be willing to sacrifice her life if you like want to wuss out. Yeah, which I feel like is fucked up in the DLC because they still like say like don't I think they still like talk shit about you and like say like, oh, I mean, he wasn't a good person, he was a coward, like, but you fucking, why does anyone need to die? Fox is fine, you know what I mean? Or Sharon could do it. Yeah, Sharon could do it too. Like literally I think I had Sharon do it once. Like, I need to play the DLC. That's fucking sad that after all this time I haven't played the DLC for Fallout 3. Well, I mean, I haven't played. Huh? I haven't played the DLC for Fallout New Vegas. Not a lot of it. I've played like 2 of them. I've done the Legion one. The one where you go to see Joshua Graham over in Utah. Love that one. Yeah, and I've done the one. I don't remember what it's called. Honest Hearts, the one with the weird, like mutated shits that you have to cut their heads off, and the gold, the Sierra Madre one. Oh shit! I haven't played that one yet. I mean, I think I'm in the middle of it. I'm just trying to figure my way out.
Yeah, dude, I was so fucking greedy. I took all the gold. I found out like there's a way you can take all the gold, and I took all the gold. Like it was amazing.
No way.
Yeah.
Good
But,
shit. Nice. Uh, all right. Good shit. Good shit.
yeah.
Hey, everyone, like, if you enjoyed this episode, well, hopefully, I don't know, leave a review for the podcast. If um, just hopefully, I don't know, maybe you guys could like share your opinion on Twitter or send in a voicemail. Anything. Don't be shy. To like say like what your piece is on the whole Enclave versus Brotherhood of Steel thing. Honestly, again, Brotherhood of Steel. I mean, Alliance Brotherhood of Steel all the way because I'd rather be trusting them than trust a government that creates some big ass geckos that want to kill our ass. So yeah, there we are.
That's a good way to describe a death cloud. It's just a big fucking gecko, murder lizard. You know?
Fuck the ones that could turn invisible. That was the worst shit ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Again, new listeners, hopefully you enjoy this episode and send in any suggestions on what you would like to hear about next. Returning listeners, you do the same, like of hopefully giving any feedback on like what you guys would like to hear us talk about, anything at all. And yeah, again, we appreciate your listens. We hope we could continue to provide more good content for you all. Hopefully, you guys see us good. But yeah, without further ado, good night and
Wait,
have a good week,
wait.
everybody. Yes. Right.
My obligatory plug, guys. Buy my book, American Icarus, available on Amazon, $11.99 or $5.99 for the ebooks. That's all you got to do. Just buy it and have fun reading it. It's a good book, I promise. Nothing but 5-star reviews, and they're that way for a reason. It's a good book. Go buy. Buy now. Buy 5 copies. Buy 10, 6, 2, 1, however many. Just buy it.
Bye for your future child. I don't know, something.
Yeah. And if you already have one, then buy another one because you can use it as more than just a book. You can use it as a hat, like from Family Guy. You can use it as a coaster. You could use it as a poster, like a painting. You could just tape that shit to your wall, like right there. It looks good. It's got a good cover. So yeah, go buy it.
With that being said, good night, everybody.
Good night,
Enjoy the good
guys.
night.